Welcome to this edition of English News. I'm Kate Mary. A quick look at the headlines first. Maram to Perel Road has been recognized as National Highway by Union Ministry of Surface Transport. And police arrest 2 shopkeepers found to be selling adulterated mustard oil with unknown and untreated oil. Now the news in detail. Minister of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, Francis Ngajokpa, has stated that the road from Maram in Manipur to Perel in Nagaland has been recognized as the national highway. Our staff reporter Sanajawa Ningthau Kongjam has reported that Minister Francis Ngajokpa reached Bendramai village in Senapati district on December 5 on a 2-day visit, from where he went to Wilong village in the district yesterday. A large number of villagers of the 2 villages accorded a warm welcome to the minister, who distributed GI sheets and blankets to the villagers. The villagers also presented Mithun, Bose frontalis, to the minister as a mark of respect. The minister told the villagers that since the Imphal-Dimapur road is very frequently disturbed by either landslides on Nagaland side or economic blockades, the Union Ministry of Surface Transport had been requested to upgrade the road from Maram to Perel to a highway. The Union Ministry then declared the road as a national highway on March 4 this year. The new highway from Maram will be in the name of Rajakpur, located near Dimapur. The total length of the highway is 111 kilometers in Manipur sector and 63 in Nagaland sector, totally 174 kilometers. The minister appealed to the people living near the new highway not to create any kind of disturbance when the highway comes up.
Nagaland se ayamba matamda blockade away. Nagaland se ayamba matamda landslide away. Koi di phabati Maram to Perel se lambi su phai aduna kari tarosu national highways asi wena phagani ai Delhi da chala hai.
On the other hand, Minister Francis Ngajokpa got furious when he saw the dilapidated furniture of the Bendramai residential school, which was constructed under the funds of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. The irritated minister said that the furniture had been made at an estimated cost of 9 lakh rupees, but he does not want to pay even 20,000 rupees. He instructed the village leaders to take the furniture back to the DC office. He condemned the attitude of those concerned who do not care for the welfare of the people.
Asi maintain sabanate, mayang na sabanate, Wilong circle na sabanate, no koi zelerong area ki leaders in nani. Adu na koi zelerong area ki mina siam na ka laktare dia sumwena ben samnabdi ai bukri to hai bra. A
team of Hangang police today rounded up 2 non-local businessmen on the charge of selling adulterated mustard oil at Mantripukri. The arrested 2 shopkeepers have been identified as Rama Shankar Prasad from Bihar and Birjit from Bengal. The 2 persons jointly opened a grocery shop near Route 39 restaurant at Mantripukri. The incident came to light when a family purchased a tin of Tagore mustard oil from the said grocery shop. Later, the family which purchased the tin for a ritual ceremony found it to be adulterated oil instead of Tagore oil. The family also came to know that the tin of mustard oil was purchased by the shopkeepers from one Anil's grocery shop located on Masjid Road about 15 days back. When the family asked the shop for change of another tin, the shopkeepers refused, which led to a heated argument between the customer and the sellers. In the meantime, a team of Hangang police reached the spot and inquired about the incident. Later, the police team seized the mustard oil tin and arrested the 2 shopkeepers for further investigation. Talking to the ISTV News, Khoirom Loya Lakpa, editor of Naharolgi Thaudang, who also happens to be a resident of the area, said that it is very unfortunate for the people of Manipur that some businessmen were adulterating edible items for the sake of making profits. He further said, one cannot predict whether those who consume the oil would die or face some unknown health hazards. He drew the attention of the authority concerned to look into the matter and book the culprits according to the law at the earliest. It may be mentioned that recently a food safety team of Manipur government had found adulteration in mustard oil by some businessmen filling unknown brand of oil into other branded companies' empty tins during a drive. Apart from it, unbranded mustard oil which was poured out on the dirty floor was picked up and get it filled into other branded tins. Renowned international filmmaker Aribam Shyam Sarma has expressed his unhappiness over non-opening a Department of Song and Culture at Manipur University. He made this statement at a function of the 5th episode of Dynamic Manipur's Inspiration Program organized by Dynamic Chains for Dynamic Manipur at Imphal Hotel today. Bollywood actor Lin Laishram, film director Oinam Doren and many others attended the program. Lin Laishram and Oinam Doren shared their experience as an actor and director during the program. Lin Laishram narrated how she got the chance to expose her talent in Bollywood while Doren on filmmaking. Addressing the gathering, Aribam Shyam Sarma said Manipur has a rich culture and high standard of Manipuri songs. However, due to inappropriate institution, young talented youth of Manipur might get deviated from it. He further said the recognition of Nat Sankirtan of Manipur as a heritage of UNESCO is the pride of the state.
Culture history level Department of Culture University Department of Culture Manipur University Hangde. University of Culture the Hangioni and one
And now some national and international news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met all state chief ministers to discuss various aspects relating to the restructuring of the Planning Commission. Mr. Modi will seek views of the chief ministers regarding the structure, scope and role of the new body that will replace Planning Commission. The government has already held detailed discussions with experts in different fields over the ways and means to bring the new body in tune with the changing times. The Planning Commission suggested to a group chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi that its replacement body should be structured to meet the need of changing economic paradigm and comprise sectoral experts and states representatives. Planning Secretary Sindhu Shri Khular said that the new institution might have 8 to 10 regulars or executive members, with half of them representing the states. She suggested that the remaining members could be sectoral experts, environmentalists, financial experts, engineers, scientists and eminent scholars from different fields. The new body may be headed by the Prime Minister, as the chairperson position would be ex officio. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah are not attending the meeting. 2 days after the major terror strike in 4 towns of Jammu and Kashmir, Lieutenant General Subrata Saha said that the terrorists belonged to Lashkar-e-Toiba group and were highly trained to carry special operations. Kashmir Valley was rocked by 4 attacks by terrorists from across the border who stormed an army camp in Uri, leaving 11 security personnel including a Lieutenant Colonel dead and killed 2 civilians in Tral. The attacks and gun battles with security forces, which in all left 21 people dead, also included a top commander of Pakistan-based terror outfit LET and 7 terrorists. Srinagar and Shopian were the other 2 places where the terrorists struck. Augmenting India's space capacity to boost communication services, its latest satellite GSAT-16 was successfully launched on board Arianespace rocket from the spaceport of Kourou in French Guiana in the early hours today after a delay of 2 days due to bad weather. The satellite, with a lift-off mass of 3,181 kg, was injected into the intended geosynchronous transfer orbit GTO about 32 minutes after a perfect lift-off of Ariane 5 at 2. As India continues its pursuit of black money allegedly stashed abroad, Switzerland has said it would not entertain any fishing expedition, and authorities cannot ask for names of all Indian account holders in Swiss banks without doing their own independent investigations. Switzerland's ambassador to India, Linus von Castelmoor, also said that the past cannot be undone, while promising full support of his country in cases where at least some proof is provided on tax frauds. He, however, agreed that all the money deposited in Swiss banks might not have always been taxed money in the past, as Switzerland was a major destination for several decades when money would flow in from different sources. The ambassador said cooperation by Swiss authorities cannot take place on the basis of stolen list of account holders and would need independent probes by Indian agencies and at least a prima facie proof of tax frauds. An 80-year-old woman in Rajasthan was allegedly paraded naked on a donkey on the orders of the Khap Panchayat. The woman alleges she was first labeled a witch who would eat up the children of the village, and then she was stripped, black paint was smeared on her face, and she was then paraded naked on a donkey. The incident happened in the Chauhanon Ki Kameri village in the Bhilwara district last week. The Khap also allegedly ordered the entire village to ostracize the woman, threatening to impose a Rs 1 lakh fine on anyone who so much as speaks to her. The woman's husband died 37 years ago and she has no children. She says some people in the village want to grab her small piece of land and had been harassing her for a while. The Supreme Court has sought the centre's response on a plea seeking initiation of contempt proceedings for not complying with an earlier order of 3% quota in jobs to persons with disabilities. The bench of Justices Ranjan Gogoi and R.F. Nariman issued a show cause notice to the Secretary of the Department of Personnel and Training, DOPT. Typhoon Hagupit swept across eastern Philippines, toppling trees and power lines and threatening coastal areas with a powerful sea surge. More than 500,000 people have fled coastal villages in the area, which was still recovering from Typhoon Haiyan last year. In Tacloban, where thousands were killed by Haiyan, roofs have been blown away and streets are flooded. But Hagupit does not appear to have been as severe as many had feared. So far, there have been no reports of casualties. And now a quick recap of the top stories at this hour. Maram to Perel Road has been recognized as National Highway by Union Ministry of Surface Transport. And police arrest 2 shopkeepers found to be selling adulterated mustard oil with unknown and untreated oil. Well, that's all we have for the moment. Stay tuned and keep watching.